Hi, it's Aaron from the MindBody Project. Welcome back. Day number 10 of 10. So 10 misconceptions of weight loss. So this is all for the new year, all the goals and all to help you become successful in this. So number 10 then. Low fat alternatives are better because they are lower in calories. So that's the thing that you are told. That's the thing that we've told to us. Yeah, in supermarkets, yeah, these got low fat. Now, I've already mentioned quite a bit, like to do with fat. I've mentioned about carbohydrates, mentioned about sugars, and I mentioned about insulin. So here's what typically happens. So I think it's about the 1970s where there was a war on fat. Yeah, there's a war on fat. Fat's got more calories in it, so therefore that's going to make you fat, which we know now that's just a load of nonsense. Yeah. So what's happening is that when things are lowering fat, especially things like yogurts and other things as well, like mayonnaise and that, what they tend to do is they go, right, okay, well, let's put more sugar in it then to make it taste, because they go on taste. They'll do loads of tests to see which is the best for taste. So therefore, what's happened now is everyone's got diabetes because everyone's gone to the low fat stuff and just had more sugar. And then more sugar equals higher insulin, which still creates a bigger problem because the insulin stores fat, but then you also get diabetes because everyone's pancreas breaks down. So that's the thing that, like, we were sold that because fat's got more calories in it, yeah, it's got 9 calories per gram, and then carbs or sugars have got 4 calories per gram, then you have the sugars because it's got less calories in it. So there's people who are not thinking straight, who are making decisions like that, and these are the people who do not do the things themselves. They're not very congruent. You can't have people making decisions who are not actually doing the processes themselves, especially for a whole country, because otherwise you have things like this happen, incompetence. That's what's essentially happened. So now we know that, like, low fat stuff, you're better off having the full fat stuff if you're going to have anything like that, which I don't even advise you to even look at those products like that. If it's man-made, as I said before, then don't eat it. Yeah. Now, you got to be realistic. You got to be realistic. And on my advanced weight loss course, I do come up with an implementation strategy. So how you can do things. Yeah, because I essentially do 80-20. You can't avoid it all the time. When you go out for stuff, yeah, you're gonna eat certain foods. I like to have sort of near enough all foods, but as I said, I have it to 80-20, but I've got a gauge, an internal gauge, so I know when I'm having too much of certain things, and I know when I'm having way too many health stuff as well, because my brain goes a bit funny. So, but that's me. Everyone's personal, and they've got to take it individually, and you have to work that out for yourself. But what you've got to understand is that when it comes to low fat stuff, it's probably going to have more sugars or something else in it instead. Sugars equals insulin, insulin equals fat storage, so that is not the healthier choice. Fat doesn't do that. It's neutral on insulin production, therefore it's not going to cause that issue. So that's the things with low fat stuff. Now, so that's the end of the 10 misconceptions. I hope you've enjoyed it. So all of the stuff that I talk about on here, and probably a lot more in depth, are all on the advanced weight loss, or the advanced strategic weight loss course. And a lot of the time I spend, because I keep talking about how you set the goal up, and about 80% of it being in your mind, and how you set it up. It's a mind thing. That's what weight loss is. Yeah, it really is that, because if you set it up in the right way, it's pretty easy to do. It's pretty easy, and it's pretty fun, and it gets pretty addictive, which is essentially what you want to do. Addictions is a good motivation strategy if it's something that's going to serve you well. So that is how you need to set it up. I deal with binge eating, I deal with advanced goal setting, none of this smart goals nonsense anymore. We've moved on, well, I've moved on from there. I actually want your unconscious mind to take control of things rather than you trying to logically set things up and trying to meet these measurable targets. So I do things very, very differently. I explain how I do it in that course as well. And we talk about mindset, we're talking about being empowered. We talk about all the different types of diets that there are out there and my take on them. We talk about the microbiome, which is the gut health, and some research on that, which is absolutely fascinating. And if you're not taking that into account, then you're going to make a whole load of mistakes anyway, because that's research from the last 5 years. Food addictions we look at as well, and as I mentioned before, what to eat, what not to eat, and how to implement this stuff. And then also I give you the resources and things so you can actually go out and check this stuff and then do this stuff on your own body and test it. Because at the moment in time, everything that I'm saying to you is unverified rumor. Anyone says to you on anything is unverified rumor until you do it with your own body, because then that's the only way you know if it works for you. So that's, as I said, everyone's individual. There are things that we know, but then there's things that are debatable. There are things that are debatable. So just so you know as well, okay, so that's the course dealt with. Just so you know as well, that if you're in Nottingham, then on Tuesdays 3 till 5, I'm going to be at Tesco in Toton. So I'm going to be there at the big Tesco, right up near the Costa Coffee. There's a room there, an activity room, and I'll be there with someone called Beck Spencer. So she's a physio. So what we're doing is we're doing a lot of mind-body health drop-in sessions. So from 3 to 5, come and have a chat to us. If you've got any issues around back injuries or joint problems or muscle problems, because she's a physio, fully qualified physio, so you can have a chat to her. This is all free, by the way. Or you can come and chat to me if it's anything to do with weight loss, depression, anxiety, phobias, mindset, personal development, NLP, hypnosis, timeline therapy. If you want more information on that, or you want to come and try it and just jot some ideas through with us, we're quite happy to come and speak to you. You can drop in and come and see us about that. We're there, so come along and come and see us in the new year. So 3 till 5, Tuesdays, so come and see us from the 9th of January. So we'll be there. So come and have a chat with us, we'll be free. So if you're doing shopping there, come on out and have a chat with us, we'll be up there. So, but anyway, thanks for listening to all the videos, and there's going to be more next week, of course. See you later.